battle between Illinois and Indiana for the right to have these counties in their state continues. If you don't know, several counties put on their ballots non-binding referendums that said they wanted to leave the state of Illinois. And then Indiana said, you guys are more than welcome to become part of our state. And they passed a bill to allow those counties to secede from Illinois and become part of Indiana. And it now goes to the governor's desk. I don't know if he's going to sign it or not. Now, that doesn't mean these counties become part of Indiana, because Illinois would still have to agree with it, and I believe there's still an act of Congress that would have to be passed. But anyway, these counties in Illinois want to leave Illinois, and Indiana wants these counties, and these counties want to join Indiana. So let's talk about that for a moment. So the counties in Illinois that you see colored in yellow have all passed some form of non-binding referendum to leave Illinois and become part of Indiana. And Indiana has now passed a bill to allow those counties to become part of Indiana. The details of which are just irrelevant at this point in time because it's never going to happen. However, I'm in favor of this. I'm in favor of Illinois losing these counties and them moving to Indiana. And here's why. First, they're all taker counties. Every last one of these counties that wants to leave Illinois take in more state revenue than they generate. If you want to look at the maps side by side, you can see what I'm talking about. Everybody in the blue area takes in more than they generate. Everybody in the green area takes in more than they generate. Everybody in that orange area takes in more than they generate. And the yellow area, for that matter. Just none of these counties are in the yellow area. So right off the bat, it's a financial win for Illinois because all of these counties are state dependent. They can't survive without the state of Illinois feeding them tax revenue above and beyond what they generate. And Indiana is the 8th or 9th most federally dependent state in the union. So if they take on a bunch of counties that are heavily dependent on state revenue, and Indiana as a state is heavily dependent on federal revenue, Indiana would become more federally dependent than it already is. Illinois would become financially stronger in this move, and Indiana would become financially weaker in this move. And then, of course, there's the way these counties voted, which is all red. You can take a look here with all three maps side by side, and you can see that the counties that want to leave are not only incredibly dependent on revenue generated up here in the Chicagoland area, but they all vote Republican. So we would lose a shit ton of Republicans, and we would lose a shit ton of counties that drain the Chicagoland area dry of our financial resources. I fail to see how this would be a negative for the remainder of the state of Illinois. It's nothing but a positive if we lose these counties. As a matter of fact, you can start at Springfield and go south. Everything south of Springfield, give it to Indiana. They're all dependent on state funding. All of them. They would all collapse overnight if it wasn't for funding that is being taken from the Chicagoland area up here. Fuck them. Let them go. Wait, what do we stand to lose by letting them go? Nothing. Let them go.